Young's double slit experiment. Thomas Young, a British physicist, used an opaque screen with two small openings called double slit S1 and S2, kept equidistant from a source S as shown in figure 662. So this is the source. Here we have two slits. Both are equidistant, that is, the source lies exactly at the middle, and you have a screen. The width of each slit is about 0.03 millimeter, and they are separated by a distance of about 0.3 millimeter. So the two slits are separated by 0.3 millimeter, and the width of this slit is 0.03 millimeter. As S1 and S2 are equidistant from S, the light waves from S reach S1 and S2 in phase. So this is a point source. When they reach S1 and S2, they are in phase. So S1 and S2 act as coherent sources, which are the requirement of obtaining interference pattern. So this is the experimental setup. So these are the two slits. The width of the slit is 0.03 mm. The distance between the two slits is 0.3 mm. So these two sources will act as a coherent source. Now we are going to see about the interference pattern. Okay. So this is the screen. Wavefronts from S1 and S2 spread out, and overlapping takes place to the right side of double slit. When a screen is placed at a distance of about 1 meter from the slits, that is, this distance is 1 meter, alternate bright and dark fringes which are equally spaced appear on the screen. These are called interference fringes or bands. Using an eyepiece, the fringes can be seen directly. At the center point O on the screen, waves from S1 to S2 travel equal distances and arrive in phase as shown in figure 658. These two waves constructively interfere and bright fringe is observed at O. This is called central bright fringe. That is, the waves from slit 1 and slit 2 arrive at this point and produces a bright fringes. Okay. And this point is called central bright fringe. The fringes disappear and there is uniform illumination on the screen when one of the slits is covered. Suppose if you cover one of the slits, there is a uniform illumination. This shows clearly that the bands are due to interference. So this is an important point. If you work with only one slit, what happens is there is a uniform illumination. But if you have both the slits open, there is interference. That's why we have dark and bright fringes. Now we have to see the equation for path difference. The schematic diagram of the experimental setup is shown in figure 659. So this is schematic diagrams. Source 1, source 2. And this is midpoint. This distance is D, and we assume some random point P. So this wave travels and hits P, and from source to its P. Both are meeting at this point. Now the distance between slit 1 and slit 2 is D. Now we have to see, or we have to find the equation for path difference. Okay. The path difference del between the light waves from S1 and S2 to the point P is del. Now if you see, S1 to P this distance and M to P this distance both are same. So the additional distance traveled by the light from source 2 is this distance, that is del. So this is the additional distance traveled by the light from source 2. Now that means del plus MP, I can say MP because MP is equal to S1P, I can write it as S1P also. That is del plus S1P, you bring this term this side. Del plus, you bring this term S1P is equal to S2P. That is S2P is nothing but this distance. Okay. Therefore, del is equal to S2P minus S1P. A perpendicular is dropped from the, so this is the perpendicular line we are dropping from S1. To the lines S2P at M to find the path difference more precisely. Now we are interested in finding this del. Now we know that del is equal to S2P minus MP because MP is equal to S1P. So this is theta. Okay, this is theta, this is 90 degree. Now angle OCP. Angle OCP, if you see here, OCP, this is theta, this is also theta, both the angles are same. Okay, is equal to angle S2 S1M, S2 S1M. So the important point you have to note down is, since we are dropping a perpendicular, this angle and this angle is equal. That is, if this is 30 degree, this is also 30 degree. If this is theta, this is also theta. Okay. Now del is equal to d sin theta. Now you just apply sin theta for this formula. So sin theta is what? Opposite side by hypotenuse. So this is the opposite side and this is the hypotenuse. So del divided by d. Therefore we can write del it as del is equal to d sin theta, because sin theta is what? Opposite side is del, hypotenuse is divided by d. If we bring this d this side, you will get del equal to d sin theta. So this is the additional distance traveled by the light from source S2. If the angle theta is small, if theta is very very small, we can make an approximation. That is, since sin theta is approximately equal to tan theta, which is equal to theta. So when this is applicable only if the angle theta is very small, we can replace sin theta by theta, also tan theta by theta. So from the right angle triangle OCP tan theta, where is OCP now? OCP. Now this is theta. What is tan theta? Opposite side. Opposite side, this distance is y. Adjacent side, this distance is d. So capital Y divided by capital D. Okay. So what we have now? Tan theta is equal to y by d. So this is they have made it as small y. Okay, here also it is small y. The path difference del is equal to, so sin theta is approximately equal to tan theta is approximately equal to theta. Therefore in the place of sin theta we can write tan theta, but tan theta is equal to theta, which is given by y by d. Therefore in the place of sin theta we can substitute y by d. So this is the path difference del. Now if you carefully watch this relation, d, y and capital D all are length. So this small d, distance between two slits, this is small y, okay, and this is capital D. Now all are length. So the beauty of this equation is this path difference del, actually it has to be in length, is equal to dy by d. Okay, Based on the condition on the path difference, the point P may have bright or dark fringes. So we have to see the condition now. First, condition for bright fringe or maxima. Another cases, condition for dark fringe or minima. So the condition for the constructive interference or the point P to have a bright fringes, the path difference del should be n lambda. That is where n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. If you substitute 0, path difference is 0. If you substitute 1, it is lambda. If you substitute 2, it is 2 lambda like that. So we have dy by d is equal to del. But del is what now? N lambda. This is the condition for bright fringes or maxima. Therefore, small y, you bring all other terms to the other side, n lambda d by d. So this is a general case, or more precisely we can write yn. Yn is equal to n lambda d by d. Now you can substitute n equal to 0, 1, 2 like that in this equation. So this is the condition for the point P to be a bright fringe. The distance is the distance of the nth bright fringe from the point O. So we can substitute, if you substitute n equal to 0, 1, so nth bright fringe if you want, you suppose a 10th bright fringe, then in that place you have to substitute 10. Now condition for dark fringe or minima. The condition for the destructive interference of the point P to have a dark fringes, path difference del should be equal to 2n minus 1 into lambda by 2, where n is equal to 1, 2, 3 like that, it keeps on going. So we have the relation dy by d is equal to del. So now in this del we substitute 2n minus 1 into lambda by 2, where n is here n starts from 1, 2, 3, whereas for bright fringes it starts from n equal to 0, 1, 2. So this you have to keep in your mind. Okay. Now we want y. So keep this y, bring this d that side and small d this side. So you will be having y is equal to 2n minus 1 by 2 into lambda d by d, or we can write it as yn is equal to 2n minus 1 by 2 into lambda d by d. This is a general case yn. Okay. Now we have two formulas. Next. So this is the condition for the point P to be a dark fringe. The distance yn is the distance of the nth dark fringe from the point O. Formation of bright and dark fringes. So suppose now already we have discussed about in phase. So here if you see, you will see bright constructive interference just because it is both the waveforms are in phase, and it satisfies the condition that dy by capital D is equal to n lambda. Just now we have seen. Whereas in the second case it gives you a destructive interference because both the waveforms are out of phase. So the condition for dark interference is yn is equal to 2n minus 1 by 2 into lambda d by d. Just now we saw those equations. So this is the screen. Okay. The formation of bright and dark fringes is shown in figure 660. This shows that on the screen alternate bright and dark bands are seen on either side of the central bright fringe. The central bright is referred to as the zeroth bright, followed by first dark, then first bright, and then second dark and second bright, and so on either side of O successively as shown in figure 661. Now if you see so you have at the middle you have bright, then dark, bright, like that. Similarly at the left hand side of the screen. Now if you see, the intensity is maximum at the bright fringes, whereas in the dark fringes the intensity is minimum because the amplitude is minimum. Now also, if you carefully watch, if you check out the wavelength, here it is lambda, or I can say 2 pi, 2 lambda, 3 lambda, or 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, similarly in the negative direction. So this waveform and this diagram you have to remember. Now next we are going to find out equation for bandwidth. The bandwidth beta is defined as the distance between any two consecutive bright or dark fringes. So you can take any two bright or dark fringes. Okay. So beta is equal to yn plus 1 minus yn. That means yn plus 1 means the next. Minus yn means the previous one. So yn plus 1 we have. So wherever n you have in this relation, you have to substitute. So now we have the relation for since we are dealing with bright fringe, yn is equal to n lambda d by d. So n plus 1 means you have to substitute here n plus 1. Okay, that means yn plus 1 minus yn is equal to n plus 1 lambda d by d minus yn we have the formula n lambda d by d. Okay. Now, if you simplify that relation, you will get beta is equal to lambda d by d. That means the bandwidth is equal to wavelength, capital D and the small d. What is small d? The distance between the two slits or two sources. What is d? The capital D, the distance between the source and the screen, that is capital E. If we know these three values, we can always find out beta. Similarly, the distance between n plus 1 and nth consecutive dark fringes from O is given by. See, similarly we can apply for dark fringes also. So what is the condition for dark fringes? Okay, now we have yn is equal to 2n minus 1 by 2 lambda d by d. For yn you substitute this. For yn plus 1, wherever you see n, you substitute n plus 1. That's the only thing you have to do. Okay. So now for dark fringes, we have yn plus 1 minus yn. So yn plus 1 is 2 into n plus 1 minus 1 by 2 into lambda d by d. Minus yn we have 2n minus 1 by 2 into lambda d by d. So here n plus 1, so wherever n you are replacing with n plus 1. Now if you simplify, you will get beta is equal to lambda d by d. Now if you just compare equation 641 and 642, both the cases, the bandwidth is going to be same. Okay. Now conditions for obtaining clear and broad interference bands. The screen should be as far away from the source as possible. That means if you see in the formula D, when D increases, beta also increases. Okay, or we can do when small d, this decreases, beta increases. And third case we have lambda. If wavelength increases, then beta increases. So from this relation we can tell these 3 points. The screen should be as far away from the source as possible. That deals with the capital D. The wavelength of light used must be larger because lambda increases, beta also increases. And the third point, small d. What is small d? The distance between the two slits or two sources. If this decreases, beta increases. The two coherent sources here S1 and S2 must be as close as possible. So that's all about this topic about Young's double slit experiment. Hope you have understood this topic. Thanks for watching. Nandri.